G'day, welcome back, or welcome to the new viewers, subscribers. Yeah, click subscribe while you're there. Thank you. Today, something different, not a trailer. I have just watched Gunjan Saxena, the KARGIL Girl, on Netflix. It's out now, so you can watch it. And I'm going to sort of give my 2 cents on it, because there has been a bit of controversy around it. Because based on a true story, there's always a bit of controversy around true stories when it's not exactly 100% accurate. Anyway, Gunjan Saxena, the KARGIL Girl. Here's the IMDb page. Starring Janvi Kapoor as the title character, Gunjan Saxena. They call her Gunju. She plays a young female character who is dreaming of. She's always wanted to be a pilot ever since a little girl. And yeah, she grows up and she does everything she can to get there, with the support of her father, but not so much anyone else. Her mother is sort of disappointed that she's not going to finish college. Her brother is already in the army, and yeah, he knows he's seen what sort of world it can be for women who are sort of stepping outside their traditional female roles. So he's sort of against it. The brother, his views aren't... I would have liked to have heard more about his views or his opinions. There was a scene where he goes to talk to the dad about the dad letting her go and be a pilot, and the dad sort of shuts him down and says, don't even talk to me about it. I would have liked to have heard what the brother... the full fleshed out thoughts of what the brother had to say. Just would have added to the story and his character, I think. But back to Gunju. She initially wants to be a commercial pilot, I think, or not necessarily an Air Force pilot, just a pilot. She just wants to fly planes, and she tries to apply the entry-level requirements keep changing as she gets older and she finishes year 10 or level 10, whatever it's called. And so then they change it to 12th level, and so she does that, and then she needs college and blah, blah, blah. And then eventually she finds a article, spoiler alert. I should have said that at the start. Spoiler alert. I don't think I've said anything too bad so far. So if you want to watch the movie, go watch it and then come back and watch the rest of this. She finds a ad for, or her dad finds an ad for the Air Force, and then they're starting to recruit pilots. This is set back in 1994, I believe. She does that. And once she gets into the Air Force, she obviously starts facing the more sexism directed at her. Putting extra tests on her to try and meet the standards of her male counterparts. Some sort of tests that, the men don't even need to pass. And I don't think it's just certain people in her group that, it's obviously been a male-dominated office or workplace, and then they introduce a female and it just rocks the boat, I guess. And she overcomes it all. She pushes through. She has a few little moments of doubt and worries about it and goes home at one point. But she makes it through, and then eventually she gets sent to war and has to fly in and save some officers. And in the end, she's accepted by all her colleagues in the army. And it's a happy ending. Everyone lives happily ever after. That's the story of Gunjan Saxena, the KARGIL Girl, the movie. It's on Netflix. Go watch it. I really enjoyed it. It's not your... Well, from what I've seen, it's not the typical Bollywood movie with all the songs and dances. It has a few musical numbers in it, but it's not part of the world, if that makes sense. The song doesn't play and then they start dancing and reacting to it. It's just montages with music over it, basically. and it's well done. It's a good movie. It's funny at times. The father has a few one-liners and a few moments where it's funny. It's good timing. Couple action scenes at the start and end. It's not an action movie. Don't watch it if you just want action. It's about the fight of a female trying to get into a male-dominated workplace, and it's a feel-good movie, drama. That's what I have to say about the movie. I recommend you watch it. Go watch it. And then once I watched it, I read these articles about, well, very different articles. Some saying it's a great movie, some saying it's all this stuff, it's for women empowerment, all this stuff, and then others saying it's a lie, it's making the IAF, the Indian Air Force, out to be horrible. So yeah, obviously there's inaccuracies, which there's always going to be in a fictionalized version of true events. Like it's not a documentary. It's a movie made for entertainment. They're gonna exaggerate. They're gonna change things to make their story work. It's how it goes. So there's like people saying she didn't fly that plane. She wasn't the first woman. She was one of the first women. Who cares, really? Apart from the first woman, she might care. But anyway, usually in these movies they'll get people and they'll morph them into one character, because they can't have 10, 15 main characters that all do different things and have she's the first hit of this, she does this and she does that. That's very hard in making a movie. So what they do, they morph them all into one character, and then the one character is the first of everything. That makes a better movie, having one person do it all. That's just how it is. It's how movies are made. It's why they're entertaining. It's why you watch them. And yeah, that's why they put in a different airplane. That's why they made her go in and rescue the officers. If there's reports that she didn't do that, it wouldn't be an interesting movie if she just got into the Air Force and flew around and did reconnaissance missions or something. They got to have an explosion in there somewhere. Yeah, and then what else? The other thing was the IAF's reaction, making them out to be sexist and a horrible place to work for women. I didn't get that feeling. One, it was filmed, not filmed, it was set 25 years ago. You expect times to have changed a little bit. Everyone knows times have changed. And the movie is about the change from women not being so accepted to being accepted. That's what I got. That's the whole story of the movie, I felt. Yeah, there were some sexist characters who put her through a few hard moments and definitely made it difficult. I'm not saying that, but I don't think it was the Air Force specifically. It was sexist people, not a sexist organisation. And you're going to get that even today. It's not a sexist organisation if a few of their members or workers do sexist things. I know it reflects badly and all that, but there's sexist people out there. That's just how it is. And it goes both ways. There's sexist people towards men, there's sexist people towards women. So yeah, as I said, 25 years ago, things have changed. It changed in the movie. By the end of it, the Air Force had learned to accept women, and obviously Gunju had paved the way for women to get in there. So yeah, that's what I think. I don't think it's that bad, the way they've portrayed the Air Force. Some characters, if they use the real names of the colleagues, maybe that might be a bit discriminatory if they didn't act the way they did. But I don't think it was that bad. There were sexist characters, yes. That was part of her journey. That was part of the story. And it was a happy ending. She became part of the team. She pushed through. That was her journey. That's what happened. That's the story. That's the movie. So yeah, all this stuff about the Air Force being offended. I didn't really see it as a dig at the Air Force. It was more at the people and the time. So yeah, I don't think it was that bad. I don't think. Well, my impression anyway of the Indian Air Force was not that bad. Like, I would imagine similar things would have happened in the Australian Air Force at some point. It's just it's history. Like, there's articles saying it's a national embarrassment. I think that's exaggerating. I thought it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I learned some things. I didn't know what the KARGIL War was, for starters. And it showed that it can be difficult to be a female getting into male-dominated industries. And that's what people should take out of it, I think. Not that the Indian Air Force used to be sexist. Just enjoy the movie. That's what I say. So yeah, that's it for today. Let me know if you liked the idea of me reviewing more than reacting to trailers. I can do more of this, or I can just stick to reacting. And I can get Suresh back soon. Australia's opening up slowly, or Victoria. Yeah, like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys. See ya.